Guys, I'm using this beautiful day to plant some seeds. So I have a bunch of seeds here. I'll post some pictures and then I'll show you a little bit what I do on how to plant them. So I'll go ahead and turn this around. So here I have all these little brown disposable cups. And as I go, I'm marking them as to what is on them. This butternut squash. Here I have butternut squash. Here I have romaine lettuce. Here I have cauliflower, peppers. So these are the ones I've done so far, and these are the ones I'm going through. So all I'm doing is I am taking the package. So say this is lettuce, and just reading the instructions on the back. So it'll tell you when you can plant it, how deep to plant it, and all the information you need here. You can also find, these are West Coast seeds, which are a really good brand. And then you can also pick up a gardening guide for free. I also picked up some tomato plants, which aren't going to go out yet, as well as some more strawberry plants. I've got a bunch of onions here, potatoes, and we already have some stuff in our garden already. So I will attach a clip of what we already have growing in our garden that grows back every year. And these are some of the things that we keep growing every year. And sometimes we get ahead of ourselves and start a little early, like this year, and start them inside in these little pods. Other years we just start growing outside in the garden directly. So what we're going to do is just take one of these little cups and we're going to fill it. Here I just have some potting mix, and you're going to go ahead and fill it for the most part. You can pack it down a little bit, and then you can pick what you're going to pick. So I've only done one cauliflower, so I'm going to do 2. Sometimes your seeds won't take, so you may have to replant again, so you want to keep an eye on them as they grow. So I'm going to go ahead and pull out a seed here. Tiny little seed. Whoop! And I just lost it. Great! I have to get another one. 1 second. Okay. So I'm going to seal the package. So this one here says sow 1/4 inch deep. Okay? So here's my little pod. I'm going to stick my finger in about 1/4 inch deep, grab my little seed, pop it in there, and then just cover. Okay? And then what I'm doing is I'm taking a Sharpie, and as you saw, I'm writing right on the container itself as to what it is. Okay, so again, this one I'm doing is for cabbage, and I'm planting at 1/4 inch deep. So I've got 2 containers here labeled cabbage. I've got my dirt inside. I've got my little holes ready to go. I've got my seeds ready to go. Pop them inside. Cover it up. Okay, don't pack it too hard. We're going to add some water, and then we're going to baby them over the next little while until some little sprouts come out. And so we're going to put these in a nice climate space inside of our house that also has access to sun and isn't too hot or too cold. And we're going to water them as they need and take care of them and watch them grow. Okay, so I'm done doing all the plantings I can do for now. So here I've got peppers, cauliflower, another cauliflower here, 2 broccoli, 2 cabbage, 2 spinach. I have one of just flowers, 2 romaine, and 2 butternut squashes. So now I'm just going to give them a good watering and let them drain out, and then I will stick them on a table inside where they still have access to sunlight. You want the dirt to be wet all the way through to the bottom so there's no air pockets. So I'm giving them a good watering. This is what you want to do when you plant seeds. Okay. They have all had a good watering here. I just have a rock in here to keep the bottom of this plastic thing down so I don't fly everywhere. And then once those are done draining, I'm going to stick them into this tray. So meantime, I can take you over to our garden. So we started pulling out some of the old stuff from last year. So now what I'll have to do is plan my garden for this year, and so that will mean designing where the things are going to go in the garden, and it's good to put things in different areas at different in different years. So this is one garden bed that doesn't have anything in it that comes back. This whole section here is all asparagus. So asparagus grows back every single year. This entire area will start to grow with asparagus, and we eat asparagus for months on end. And then it grows as a taller plant, which has lots of fern-like leaves to it. And we just let that do its thing all summer, and it brings more nutrients back to the soil. In here, I don't know if you can tell, but these are all garlic. So we planted these last fall, and these will all be beautiful big red Russian garlic cloves. This is our potato box. So I'm going to start to clean up this soil here, and then I'll start to plant our potatoes. This is another planter box here, so my sage is still there, rosemary is still there. This is a beautiful flower. There's some more garlic that we planted in the fall. Here we have our thyme, which comes back every year. Parsley comes back every year. Chives. This is kale, which comes back, stays all year long. Some of my herbs have died out here, so I'll have to replant some of them. I did have cilantro and basil here. I have basil in a separate little container that I generally keep in my kitchen. It's on my deck over there now, enjoying some sun. And then we have another section here where we have some stems left over from Brussels sprouts, cauliflower, and broccoli that we plant here. So we did build this garden with big walkways that we find are almost a little too big, and they just get crazy with weeds before you know it. Every week we could be out here pulling crazy amounts of weeds. So we will probably make the garden beds a little bigger so we can plant more, and we also want to plant some fruit trees and blueberry bushes and that sort of thing. So trying to use up as much of the yard that we can. So that's our garden. I will also show you the process of planting the garden and then coming in here and planting more stuff and getting this all ready for gardening season. And yeah, going from there. This big trellis thing that we have here, we have to generally fix it up every spring from the winter, but this is where we grow all of our snap peas, beans, and snow peas. So if you're wanting to learn how to garden yourself, really you can pick up a gardening book. You can take a look at things on Pinterest online. They have charts on companion planting, which I will go over with you when I plant our garden. And so starting right now, we're in late March, so if you want to start your garden, you can do that now indoors. Many other things that I want to plant directly later on. So we generally like to have our entire garden planted by the end of May or May long weekend. So this is where our plants will sit for now, and stay tuned for how they grow and when we replant them and plant the rest of the garden. And again, as well as I'll do a separate video on how to plan your garden. Have a good day.